Well, welcome to Turn On Tuesday, our monthly call. I'm so excited about this one specifically. There's lots of things. I mean, I love that it's an 11:11 portal today, which is so cool and um, timely. I also have been working with Samhain and the energy around Samhain specifically. Well, let me ask first, are you familiar with, what do you know about Samhain, if anything, Annie?
I know a lot about it, where it originated from and how it transitioned into what Halloween is today. And I did hear recently, though, that I didn't know that Samhain it's a moon phase. And so it goes from this moon phase to this moon phase. I can't remember what it is, but it's like
Mhm.
not just a day, it's a
Mhm.
period of time.
Same. I learned that this year too. It's actually like a 6 week period. Which I think is kind of cool because it gives us an opportunity to work with the energy of it longer. And it makes total sense, right? Like, because so much of it is around our ancestors and the veil being really thin to work with ancestors, which is where all the spooky spirit stuff came from, and like, you know, um, the Day of the Dead and like things like that came from this, you know, our ancestors and people who have passed on and bringing it in. And so I want to do this combination today. This is something I've been in process with. In fact, I started this on Halloween night because this is kind of when it opened up. And I've been just working with the energy of this. I've put some stuff on my altar in my room that I'm actually going to redo my altar after our call today for the 11:11 portal. I'm going to kind of shift it up a little bit. And I change up my altar when it feels right. It's like when we launched the embodied feminine cohort, I created an altar around that, and that's been like 6, 7 weeks ago. And so sometimes I do it around my birthday, I do it around different things. So you understand how this works. It's just really intuitive, and it's a mostly like a 3D vision board, right? That you can walk by and look at and light a candle and pray over and ask and meditate and, speak to it, all the things that we do. So I'm gonna redo mine. I'm inviting you. I don't know, when do you have an altar up right now? And if so, how long's it been? And are you feeling like you're ready to shake it up a little bit?
Yeah, it's been pretty much the same with some new additions since the beginning of the year. I
Mm,
just changed it yesterday, though. I just moved it and shifted
nice,
it. And
nice,
yeah.
nice. Okay. So I'm doing the same. So perhaps there's some things today that we talk about that we can, call on or add to it just a little bit. But yeah, the veil is really thin. So with talking about ancestors, I'm choosing to work with the women, the line of the female line of ancestors. And it came to me because of something that I feel like has been up in my own family. So I wanted to make it really, really personal, and specifically with my oldest, Savannah. And I just noticed even clients, just women in general, I feel like we are so good at so many things. And we've really taken on this running households and getting shit done and like just being in our masculine a lot. And we're really good at it. We're really good at it. But it's time to shift that and be more in our feminine and softer. But the default is definitely the masculine. And the world and society rewards us for that, right? It's like we get lots and lots of rewards from that. But what I'm specifically doing is asking the women from my ancestral lineage who were hard workers. And it's interesting because on one line, I've got my grandmother, my mom's mom, has literally worked until she was almost 90. No joke. Like, this woman is like a work horse. Like, you can look at her and she looks like she was ridden hard and hung up wet. Like, she looks freaking exhausted because she has worked her ass off her entire life, entire life. And then I've got on the other side, we've got these damsels in distress that are like submissive and well, I can't really do anything without my husband, and I need to go ask my husband, and I need to, it's so extreme, it's so fascinating. There's like two different contrasts here. And my desire is to bring it to this like healthy middle space of like, what does the healthy feminine look like? And in these lineages, in these lines, these women, who gets to be called forward to work on this with me? And so what I've done, and I invite you to do this, regardless if you want to do the women, if you want to do the men, whatever your intention is, and let's create one if you don't already have one. But let's think about a specific thing that you want to work on. I'm working on letting go of this over like overthinking, overworking, over like just this constant like more. I got to do more, the perfectionist, the high achiever, the like this go energy, and just like okay. And as bringing in that healthy feminine of being able to slow down, but not being the damsel in distress that collapses, right? Like, oh, now I'm going to collapse in this energy, and then I'm going to be completely codependent here on someone else to take care of me, right? So that's specifically what I'm working on. And what I did is I did a little research. I asked for the names of the women and specifically looked over those names to see kind of like what names stood out or what names pinged. I asked some questions about some of those women specifically, like the ones that I didn't know as well, because the ones that I didn't know as well. And so I've kind of called on all the women, but then specific ones like names, and I don't know them. I don't know them, but I just felt like I know their story enough or I know about them enough to know like or either like their name stood out. So um I'm working with them to heal this part of themselves and to also have them come and support me and my kids and the women in my life to help us also clear and cleanse and release. And this is where the part of the 1111 portal comes in, because these portals, you know this, they're like these mystical escape hatches. It's like this opportunity for this opening and this cleansing and this clearing to really like go to the depths of like releasing and letting something go and like really doing that. So so curious, what's coming up for you? What are you thinking about? Like what's popping?
I've actually been in a space. It's really interesting. You'll find this interesting because you're a manifesting generator. But
Yes, yes.
recently, I have come to this space in my life where I feel so content with
Mm,
not creating and going and doing, but still creating, but not like we do,
yeah.
right? Like having to do this thing and calling in all this abundance and people and all this stuff. I've really found peace recently in having this um, freedom to clean my floors every day and to just be with Zayika and homeschool and
Mm,
work in my yard. And then when I feel inspired, like, okay, I want to create something, but so slow, just doing it so slow,
I love this.
putting
Yeah.
little seeds out, talking to someone about it, but not jumping on it and going fast.
Yeah.
And so it's been really nice. And it all started when I decided that I was going to put myself first and stop doing things that I thought other people wanted me to do.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And
You
then
just,
feeling that, like, what do I want to do? I want to just clean my house. And so my focus actually is burning calories. My number one focus right now is I on a weight loss journey. And so that's my
okay.
focus. And so then I'm adding things into my life that
Okay.
burn calories, but also benefit me in other ways. Like, oh, I can clean the floor and get so many steps in and hit my rings. And so now I've met my calorie goal. Plus, I have a
This
clean
is
house.
smart. You're
It feels
so
so
smart.
good. Yeah.
Well, that's such the Manny Jen in you, which I love this. And yes, you're right. I'm like, you're literally mirroring to me right now. Like we're so similar, Annie. So similar. And you said something that literally like gave me chills because it is so me too. And that is it's the thing of like, and I'm just going to talk about like creating, let's just even say it's creating a sound bath or it's creating an event. In the past, literally before this year, every time I would create something, I would literally think, well, what would everybody want? What would everybody think is fun? How could I get a lot of people to sign up? And this year, I decided I was in a mastermind, 6 months mastermind, and my whole goal for the mastermind was instead of doing what I feel like everybody else wants from me, I'm just going to do what lights me up. And this is the manifesting generator in us. It's like when we decide to do the thing that we love, our light gets turned on and everything magnetizes and comes in just by us being excited to talk about it. And we don't have to go hustle and we don't have to go sell and we don't have to like, do the work to get people to come. We're just like, I'm doing this really fucking awesome thing and you're invited. That's it. And isn't it wild that like what I'm noticing is like the results are kind of the same, but the amount of energy that I'm putting into it to get those results is so much less. It's more of what you said. It's not the doing and the getting out there. It's just like, I'm going to do what lights me up, like what feels good today. And then you do it because it lights you up and not because we think that this is what people want from us.
And then there's way less disappointment because you didn't put all that energy into it and then
Totally.
only have 5 people show up. And so now you're bothered. You're just like, no, this is great. I did it for me. If
I was
nobody
going to do
showed
it
up,
anyway.
yeah, I would have had a great time. And so,
Yeah, you're like, I'm doing it anyway, come or not. Like, it's
yeah.
not, I know. And I'm curious if you are finding too that like the details are getting like more fun because you're doing what you feel like you would want. And so it's like, oh, that would be cool if I like added that, or like, oh, that would be cool. Like these details for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love it so much. I feel like this is the thing. This is literally the intention of bringing together this like I think it's really important. I know it's really important for us to not deny parts of ourselves along the process. And we are the product of our generational lineage, right? Like we are those women. And it's not about denying the parts of us that are like have that like knob that we can turn on to like get shit done, right? It's like cleaning those floors or like doing whatever. It's not like being lazy, which is right, like the opposite of that, but it's just like being so in tune to ask like what would feel good to me, and it's intentional. It's all intentional. And I love that like even cleaning the floors for you is part of the intention because you're wanting to burn calories. Like that's the goal. So it's like, great, this is a total win-win. And so it's how do we find win-wins in everything? Like, how is it an Annie's winning? And then, you know, wherever else it's like a win too. And like, is this a win-win or is this like a me feeling like I have to sacrifice something? I hate that word, by the way. I just like loathe it. I hear it and I'm like, ugh. Like, I just do. I'm just like, I hate it so bad. Like, why do we have to sacrifice? Like, I get it that things are going to be like challenging and it's not all rainbows and unicorns. Like, duh, I totally don't expect that all the time. But like the word sacrifice just feels like it's a no win, right? It's not a win-win, that's for sure.
I
So
like saying compromise better because I don't like
yes.
sacrifice either, but
Yes,
compromise feels more like a win-win. I don't want to sacrifice, but I'll compromise.
totally, totally. So exactly. So whereas like, well, and compromise feels like you're in an agreement.
Yeah.
Frog, you're in an agreement. And there's it's like we're both involved in this instead of one person wins and the other person loses. It's like, no, this is a win-win. So I love that. Okay, Annie, are you clear and what you would like to and what you're kind of like ready to release, or would you like to be guided through a meditation to kind of see what comes up?
I am clear. On this weight loss journey. It's really
Okay.
important to me. And so it's just something I'm
Okay.
focused on. It's my number one goal right now.
I love it. I want to hear more about it. Um, Tell me what, okay, so one of the things you're doing is finding ways to like move your body more, be more active. Okay.
Yeah.
What else? How much water are you drinking?
Oh man, not enough. So
Okay.
one of these a day, but I need to drink probably at least one and a half
Well, so I'm going
or
to tell
two.
you, you know, I'm older than you. I've done all the things like hormones, different things. I actually am feeling physically probably better than I felt in a long time. And even like got to the place, you know, the thing, right? Everything's too tight, everything's uncomfortable. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to buy bigger things. I got to figure this out. So I've been like on this journey for like the last 3 months at least. Okay. And it's been interesting to watch my body respond as a 48-year-old. So I'm going to give you some tips and you can take them or toss them, but
Okay.
I'm finding it really helpful. Okay. Really, really helpful. I about died though when she told me how much water I needed to be drinking. She's like, "Are you drinking enough water?" I'm like, "Yeah, I drink like two of these a day at least." She's like, "How many ounces do you think that is?" Anyway, Annie, we need like 84 ounces. It's a lot. 84 ounces. So how I think you need 3 of those a day to get.
Well, this is 40 ounces.
Okay, so you
So
got it. So
if
okay,
I got two in
you got
me,
it. So 2 of those a day. 2 of those a day. Here's why. Okay, ready for this? I'm
yeah.
going to get to the science for a minute because guess what? When you show up on the call, you get a one-on-one. So when you're releasing, when you're shedding, when you're anything from like fat, toxins, any of that stuff, the only way it's going to release from your body is either sweat or pee. Okay. So if you're cleaning the floor and you're actually like sweating, great. But the chances are a lot of the physical activity we do, we're not actually sweating. You know, we're working, but we're not sweating. So that's why it's so important to drink more water because you want to be flushing out all of that. Otherwise, it's going to reabsorb. And all the work that you've done is like not getting flushed out, it's reabsorbing. And when I remember, I'm like, oh, well, okay, we got to flush it out. So I just want you to think about flushing it out. And if you could, just set yourself a goal that by noon, whatever your time is, you're going to have one of those gone. And then the second one's going to be gone by like 6. So you're not up all night using the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
But water is like the biggest thing. And she said it right away. She's like, "How much water are you drinking?" And I thought I was doing great because I was doing 2 of these. I was at like 60, I think, 20, and she's like, "Not really enough. You need to be closer to 84." So just a thought there. I would say more water.
Okay.
Okay. It's just going to be helpful and you're going to start to, it's just going to be good. Your skin's going to be better. You're going to be releasing the toxins. You're going to have less brain fog, all the things. I think right now you're getting enough, but if you're trying to lose weight, you want to drink more, right? Like that's the
Yeah.
thing. It's like, um, okay. And then you're doing things. So you're counting the calories. So however you're doing that, however you're moving your body every day, it doesn't matter as long as you hit a number.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Calories. What about food?
My biggest goal is hitting my protein because I feel
Okay.
like
That's what I
I
was
want
gonna
to
say.
simplify. I don't want to make it too complicated, but I
Okay.
know if I hit my
Yep.
protein, then
Yep.
I don't really have a lot of room for
Totally.
the garbage.
Okay. So would you like some tips on different protein things that are quick and
Yeah.
easy? Okay. I'm like, literally, this is the other thing she said to me. She's like, "Kate, water and protein." So it's tricky because, when proteins like usually like meat in a meal or like whatever. So here's a couple of things that I'm doing that I invite you to do. So I have, and you don't have to have this, but I got it from Amazon. It sits on the counter. It holds 6 or 8 eggs. There's a little thing that comes with it. You push the pin in the top of the eggs. You put the eggs in, you twist the top on, you push a button. They cook until they're done. It beeps, they're done. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to worry about a pot of water. You don't have to worry about the shells come off because you poked the hole in the top. They peel right off. Everything's great. Hard boiled eggs, then you have all the time, all the time. And I would say add a hard boiled egg to like everything that you're eating. Add a hard boiled egg. If it's a salad, if it's a sandwich, if it's anything, like literally anything, add a hard boiled egg to anything. It's going to increase your protein significantly, and it's a quick one. It's a quick one. Then you could even get to the place where you're like, oh, I'm going to make egg salad, and I'm going to like mix a little bit of whatever in this and eat this on crackers because this is good. Like this is a good snack. So I think a lot of the protein stuff is like prepping. It's like being prepared. So I would do the eggs, and if they're hard boiled, then they can last for a while. Um, the other thing is, there are, and I get them from Winco. The reason I get them from Winco, they're only like $2.98 each. And if you go to like even Costco, I think they're like 3.50, almost $4. So it's like a dollar difference, which I think is significant. And if you go to like a regular grocery store, they're going to be like over $4 each. So they're called Core Protein, and I'll send you a picture. It's a drink. They have a chocolate, a strawberry, and a vanilla. So I like them for different reasons. I get all the flavors. At Winco, you can get a case, you can mix and match. You can do whatever you want. I like the vanilla heated up as creamer in my coffee. So I got rid of any creamer in any coffee. I heat up the vanilla protein, and I more than normal. So it's kind of my coffee's creamier, but I'm getting protein in my coffee. So I heat that up in the microwave, and it's like a warm vanilla, yummy in my coffee. Love it. You could also do chocolate. The strawberry ones are so good. Zayaka's probably going to love them. I'm guessing that Rob's even going to be into these too because they're quick and it's easy, and you literally just grab it and go. And it has 26 grams of protein. So for $3, you get the protein and you get the 26 grams, and you can take it anywhere. Here's the other thing, they don't have to be refrigerated. So
Hmm.
you can I have one in my car all the time. All the time. There's like one in my car just in case. Cause you get out running around, you're like, and it's like, what am I gonna get? And like, I don't really want to, anyway, there's like, fast food and all the things, and it's expensive, and it's not even exactly what you need. You're like, I just needed the protein anyway. I just need to drink this. So that's another one. And then the other thing that I've been really liking is they're called chomps. They're like these sticks. Remember when they used to have Slim Jims? So it's
Uh-huh.
kind of like a Slim Jim. They have it at Trader Joe's. They have them at I just like Trader Joe's because I think it's so cheap. It's so inexpensive. I just love it. But they have like a turkey one, they have a beef one, they have like a jalapeno one. They're called chomps. They're pretty long. It's just it's just protein. And those are great too, because again, on the go, easy. You grab one, you can eat that wherever, whenever, if you're having a little bit of, if you're a little hungry and it's like a weird time where you're like, well, and when we deprive ourselves and we don't eat and we're a little hungry, then you finally eat and you're like starving. And it's just like you eat the shitty food or more than you would have because you're just so hungry. I like those too, because if I'm feeling like, well, it's 4 o'clock and I'm actually already hungry because I ate at 11, which of course you would be after 5 hours, but we're going to eat dinner in like an hour and a half. I just eat it. I just do it. So that's another thing is those chomps. And then at Trader Joe's as well, but they also have these all over. They're called barbells. And barbells it's a protein bar that does not taste like a protein bar. They have a salted caramel one, they have a cookies and cream one, they have a cashew something one, and they are so freaking good. Like they are, it's I'm not a protein bar person. I feel like they're chalky, they're gross. You're like trying to get it down. It's like, these are not like that. It's almost like when you get used to not eating candy bars, that it's kind of like the treat. It's like, this is good. And sometimes I don't eat the whole thing. I'll just eat half of it. It just depends, like if I what I'm wanting. But those are also great. And again, these are things that are like a few bucks. You can travel with them. You can put them anywhere. Um, but those are some things that I feel like are really good. Those four things are just kind of staples. We have them. Okay, there's also a, how do you say it? It's like Osea. It's a yogurt, okay?
Mm.
And I'll show it to you if you want me to, but it's a yogurt and it says on it, there's one that's 15 grams of protein and there's one that's 20 grams of protein. And you can get it in a bigger thing or you can get it smaller. They have it everywhere. Target, probably Walmart. And everywhere I go, they have it. Now, sometimes they have the 15 and sometimes they have the 20, but you can get individual ones or you can get the big one. It doesn't matter. But that is great because I've been eating that with berries and some granola in it, and it's delicious. It's like it's so good. It's so satisfying. It's good. And sometimes I even put a little bit of agave nectar in it because I'm like want a little sweet. The other thing you can do is you can add cottage cheese to anything. Cottage cheese has good protein. And so you know this, you can add it in. So if you're wanting to do like veggie dip, veggies with dip, and you would normally just do whatever, put in cottage cheese. Or if you already have yogurt that you love and you don't want to get the higher protein one, just mix cottage cheese in with it. So those are some things that are just like quick, easy. There. So we said, I gave you eggs, protein, drinks, the barbells, the yogurt, adding cottage cheese, and the chomps. So that's 6 things that I feel like are kind of go-tos for me that are super helpful with protein. And
Okay.
this will put you, Annie, every one of these things are going to bump you up like 20 to 15 to 30 grams just from like this one thing. And it doesn't have to be meat. I think that's the thing for me that feels like hard
Mm-hmm.
because it's yeah, the meat thing. So just try it out, see what you like. And yeah, and you can have a protein, one of those protein drinks and a banana, and you're like chocolate yummy with the banana. Like, yes. I mean, obviously, peanut butter, things like that, right? Go back to the days of a PB&J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something I want to share with you is that
Yeah.
is good. Is chicken bone broth or beef bone broth, but I like the chicken one. So if you get the bone broth, it's way high in protein and way low in calories. And I heat it up and it fills me up and it's a good, especially good breakfast drink.
I love soup.
Yeah, you'd love it.
Is there a specific one you get that you love?
I was getting the Kirkland one because it was organic. I
Okay.
can't find it there anymore. They have a different bone broth in packets and it's not organic. So I went to Winco
Okay.
and actually no, Winco didn't have it. So Smith's had it, and but you just have to make sure it's bone broth, not chicken stock.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I'll look. Okay, good. And that's going to be so good too, right? For just like soups and things like that. Yeah. Okay, this is solid. You know this, Annie. We know what to do. We've been knowing what to do for our whole lives. It's just a matter of like committing and making it a priority and wanting it bad enough, you
Yeah.
know? And there's nothing that feels better than like taking care of you in this way. Even for me, I'm just like, okay, I just feel like lighter. I feel like I'm prioritizing myself, right? It's just like it just matters. And going into the winter when we kind of contract and get into this phase of like nourishment and like taking care of ourselves, it's important.
Yeah.
Do you have ancestors and people in, your life, past or even current who have this kind of like struggle with um
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Everyone,
okay.
every woman in my line, probably, especially my mom,
Okay.
grandma. Yeah.
Is your mom still around?
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is big and it's big for Zayaka, right? I mean, I would say that is like one of the biggest, thank goodness these littles don't have to really think about this stuff or it's not even crossing their mind when they're young, but they are watching and they are paying attention, right? They just are. They're watching and they're paying attention. So if we can if we can help. Also just had this idea of protein balls. Do you ever make protein balls? I just know that you love to like cook and you're in the kitchen and like I'm thinking about like things that you could still feel like no bake cookies or those protein balls and you end up putting the protein balls like in the fridge or in the freezer and you just pop them in and they're like flaxseed and chia seeds and oatmeal and peanut butter and like even that. Have you seen the peanut butter protein, the powder?
Yeah, I've got that. Yep.
You've
I
got
put it
it.
in my yogurt.
You've got it. So you've got all the things. Okay, good, good. Um, all right, well, I'm going to we want to just inline a little bit more with this portal and being part of this 1111. I wrote down a couple of things. Just these are like ways to activate it or like action. And one thing that I know for sure, I Annie, this is a process you and I have talked about this, and it is absolutely the way everything works in this world. It doesn't matter what it is. It's people, relationships, things, everything. There's a process to getting and receiving something that we want, and we have to release and let go of first, which the parallel here of literally releasing and letting go of weight, in your case, to like get what you desire. What do you want? And I'd love to hear from you. What is that? So we know that you're releasing the extra weight, and tell me what you desire. What is it that you're wanting?
It sounds so shallow, but I just want to have in this awareness that I have, I want to experience what it feels like to feel a skinny body. And skinny is different for everyone, right?
Sure, sure, sure.
But I have this number in my mind that just feels right, and it would be 147 pounds. I don't know
Okay.
why, but it feels right. It's felt right for over a decade. And I feel like I let myself down all the time because it's something that I want, but then I am like, well, then I'll lose my butt or my boobs. And so it's
Uh,
this weird thing of
Interesting.
being like, what do I want and not caring what other people want? It's my body, and I just want
Yeah.
to feel what
Yeah.
that feels like to feel good. It's going to be better for my knees and my joints and my health and so many
Yep.
other things. But I just want to feel what that feels like. I want to experience skinny in this life.
I get it. So Annie, this is interesting. We've done a lot of work with Savannah with like weight restoration and weight and a lot of things. And one of the things I learned, they taught us at the Center for Change, is that your body does have a weight that it likes. And it's so fascinating that you said the word or the number 147. Of all the numbers, right? It's
Yeah.
all the numbers. It wasn't 145. And most people do like 30, 45, 50, right? It's like, but you're like 147. So trust that number. Like literally trust that number, because there is a number that feels kind of like that. And 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 the way we feel in our own skin, in our own body, is how we then stand, walk, sit, dress, all these things. We're not tugging on our clothes or like adjusting. When things get tight, it's just like you're just like kind of uncomfortable and like moving. And so, regardless of what you think maybe other people or someone else would want about your body, what they really want is confidence. That's actually the thing that is the most important, is like, how do we show up and feel the most confident in like our own skin? And we've seen it. Doesn't matter the size. You see women out there that are just like, I mean, rocking it. SZA, she is just like, okay, girl, like, get it. Like, okay. Um, there's just this confidence that I hear you saying, and like feeling good in your own skin, right? Like that is important to you. So I'm cheering you on. And Annie, you already know this. I'm just going to remind you that this is a journey and it's not a quick thing. Just like everything in life is integration and embodiment. And as you start to embody this new skin, this new like physical body part of Annie, be really aware of like the emotional stuff that comes up, because we know that the body keeps the score, right? And sure, I'm sure some of it is maybe is attached to like what you've been eating, what you haven't been eating, how much movement you've been getting, how many calories. But the deeper part of this, and this is where I'm going to guide you through a meditation, the deeper part of this is like, what is the emotional thing that maybe you've been holding on to? And I think you touched on it a little bit by like what somebody else wants. But I want you to go deeper in this of like, is there something even deeper than that of like, well, not being desirable, or what would that mean, right? Like, there's some different things that may be coming up around the emotional part of like, if I do this, then maybe this. And so I want to explore that with you a little bit and just see what comes up so that you can just be aware of it and you can rewrite that story, because all of it is story. It's all just a story in our minds that's creating this holding on. I'm going to hold on because if I don't, then da 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 da. It's the safety. It's the root chakra. It's like, well, safety feels like not being abandoned. Safety feels like not being betrayed. Safety feels like, right? Like whatever it is for you. And if this, you know what safety feels like right now, you've got it. You're like, well, I know I've got this, but if something shifts or changes, then what? And this is where you get to honor yourself, that as you choose you and you let go of that story and what the outcome might be there, you're releasing some of that emotional baggage too, releasing some of that. Because yes, all these things that you're doing physically are part of their science. Like it's part of it. But I want you to bring in the component of the emotional body into this because they're so connected. And just become really aware of like maybe something that you might need to like emotionally sit with to be okay with, like, okay, this is up. This is up. And this may be the ancestral thing, like below the weight, like what's under there? Like what's the emotional thing? So when you're ready, I'm just going to invite you to close your eyes. Yeah, and just get comfortable. And I want you to feel really safe in this process, knowing that you can share or not share. This is just for you. So let yourself go to the depths of what is there to be witnessed without feeling like you need to be vulnerable to anyone else. This is your own personal vulnerability, an opportunity for you to just sit with yourself, listen to your emotional body, and tune in. So as you breathe in, I want you to notice the temperature of the air coming in and out of your nose. Notice if that temperature changes on the exhale. Maybe cooler air coming in, warmer air coming out. Just notice how your body literally heats up and warms that air. Notice your heart beating in your chest, this life force energy inside of you. Thank your heart for pumping, keeping you alive, working every second, never stopping, never taking a break. Always showing up for you. Thank you, heart. And now I want you to thank your body, your physical body, all of it, for keeping you safe, for protecting you, for bringing you pleasure, enjoyment. And really give gratitude for all that your body has done for you and given you up to this point. And noticing that your body is speaking to you. Maybe it's in your knees, maybe it's in being uncomfortable in some way. But just notice how it's been speaking to you and saying, hey, Annie, maybe it's time to shift something. Maybe it's time to clear, release, and let go. So call on your emotional body and bring your attention to your third eye, that you might see clearly, that you might become the witness and the observer of your emotional body. And tune in to anything that you might be holding on to, any stories that you have about what might happen if you let go and release this weight that you've been carrying. See if you can identify any part of your body that you feel like is holding or storing this emotional weight. And witness, just become the witness of it without any judgment or story. Just notice. Maybe it feels heavy or tight or dense. See if you can become acquainted with and comfortable with without any judgment. Coming back to that third eye and asking, what else? Allow any emotion that comes up to come up. We want to release. We want to let it go. Just let those emotions bubble up to the surface. It's energy in motion, emotion. Just let that energy come up. And if it feels like you want to move your body in any way, feel free to do that. Anything that's bubbling up to the surface, any emotion, give it space to be released. Keep witnessing that part of you that the emotional body's been keeping you safe with. Now I want you to ask your higher self, is this true? Is this story true? Notice stories and experiences from the past coming up to validate the story. Witness the pain, witness the discomfort. Use your breath to just breathe it in and let it go as you witness any of those feelings or emotions that are coming up from the past. Let them move with your breath like waves. As you continue to witness the emotional body and the feelings that are arising, let them release. Let the breath carry them out of your body. You might even open your mouth and give an H-A, ha exhale. Breathe in new and just exhale those feelings and emotions. And notice how your body feels as you start to release and let go of those feelings. And let the stories be as vivid or as real as they were then, right now, in this moment. And with every inhale, you breathe in space for something new and you exhale those emotions and feelings out of your body. Continuing to H-A, ha, and let it go, activating your voice. Beautiful. Keep doing that. Breathe in the new And exhale as loud as you get to let it go. Keep doing that, breathing in. Let the vibration and the frequency move through and out of your body through your voice. Breathe in. With every breath, think about the feeling or the emotion, and on the exhale, vibrate. Let it go. Let the emotions come up and release through your voice, through your breath. Dig deep, go into the places that no one knows, the vulnerability. Exhale it out. If there's a scream, if there's anger, let it out. I'm going to do 2 more of those big inhales, making space. Exhale, let that energy, those feelings. One final inhale, breathe in big, take up space. Exhale, release it all. Powerful. Ah. Keep breathing. Notice how your body feels. And now I want you to bring your attention back to your third eye that you might see clearly. I want you to see this story being rewritten. I want you to see you in your power, knowing what you know now, feeling empowered, letting go of any victim mentality or story here. Activate your solar plexus. Feel that in your body. Feel it get warm and bright. Take up space. And trust yourself that you know what you know now. There's wisdom. You aren't that same girl. That past version of you can die. The stories can die. I want you to think about the new energy you want to bring in. What is it that you desire? Who is she? What are the characteristics she has? And breathe those in on the inhale. Breathe in. And feel that energy vibrating in your body, Annie. Feel the frequency, the light, the wisdom. Feel how that feels in your body. The safety, the self-trust. Feel your nervous system aligned with that frequency. And let your emotional body feel cleansed. And bring your attention back to your third eye. I want you to ask for one word or one phrase to remind you of this power, this clarity, this feeling, this new frequency that is moving throughout your entire body. And bring that intention into your solar plexus and feel it in your belly. And as you breathe down, I want you to push that intention down into your sacral, your lower belly. Let it swirl, let it move. And keep repeating this word, this phrase, as it moves down all the way into your root. Feel it. And now tether this in to the core of the earth, feeling supported and held by Mother Earth, Pachamama, the ancestors who have been laid before us. Feel their support. And on the next inhale, I want you to breathe in their support. I want you to feel it move up through you and your root into your belly, up into your solar plexus and into your chest, into your throat, that your throat is activated with the frequency of this intention, that you might speak clearly. Opening up the third eye, that you do see clearly. And now your crown, and feel the flood of source energy supporting you in this intention, in this elevated way of being. So from the tip of your head all the way down into the earth, you're completely supported in this desire. Let your cells feel the frequency and the vibration of this alignment. May they remember, every cell in your body remembering. Let your mind feel clear. And breathe in this intention one more time. An audible exhale, let it go. And when you're ready, you can blink open your eyes. How do you feel?
Good.
Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You're welcome to share or not. I want you to write about it. I want you to remember. I want you to remember that it's okay to sit with the emotion and the feeling and the reality of the past. And it's okay that you've been holding on. Your emotional body's been keeping you safe. And there's wisdom that you've gained. And that is not who you be today. It taught you a lot. And now there's a new version that's stepping forward and saying, I'm letting go of that old skin. Literally the snake. This is the year of the snake. You're shedding that skin, letting that go and stepping into this renewed energy. And it's very empowered. I could feel it. I feel you. Super, super powerful. And I'm going to invite you to not collapse. Okay? Stay in that. When you feel yourself starting to collapse, right? Like in that story of, oh, well, if this, then that, and just notice it. Notice it. Notice that version of you, that past self coming forward and say, thank you, we got this, girl. Right? I want you to literally think of her like, we do this really well in parts work and with your younger self, but I want you to think about her. So we are at the top of the hour. If you want to private message me anything, I'd love to hear. We can keep the conversation going. Thank you for showing up today.
Thank you.
Okay. See ya.